The billionaire glanced down at his restaurant bill, expecting nothing more than the total. Instead, 3 words circled in trembling blue ink made his blood run cold. "Gunman behind you." Beneath them, another hurried sentence read, "Deal gone wrong. Exit now." He resisted every instinct to turn around. The young waitress who handed him the bill never looked into his eyes. She simply walked away as if nothing had happened. Within minutes, the peaceful afternoon lunch became the beginning of a life-changing story that would forever bind 2 complete strangers. If you believe courage is found in ordinary people, kindness can save lives, and everyone deserves hope and a second chance, please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional stories that remind us what truly matters. At 50 years old, Harrison Whitlock had built one of the nation's largest transportation companies. His success was admired across the business world, but wealth had come with an invisible cost. Every important decision attracted rivals, every public appearance required security, and every new partnership demanded caution. Although surrounded by people every day, Harrison often felt completely alone. That Friday afternoon, he dismissed his security team for a rare private lunch at a quiet family-owned restaurant on the edge of the city. He missed ordinary moments, ordering his own meal, chatting with servers, and eating without cameras following him. Working that afternoon was 24-year-old waitress Claire Donovan. Claire had spent the previous 3 years helping support her younger brother after their parents passed away in a tragic highway accident. During college she worked double shifts, rarely complained, and had developed a remarkable habit of noticing details that most people ignored. As she carried drinks toward Harrison's table, she accidentally overheard 2 sharply dressed men seated nearby. At first, their conversation sounded like ordinary business. Then one sentence changed everything. One of the men quietly mentioned that the buyer would never leave the restaurant alive if he refused to sign revised documents. Claire felt her stomach tighten. She continued serving customers while carefully observing. A third man entered through the main doors several minutes later. He wore a baseball cap pulled low over his face and chose a seat directly behind Harrison. Unlike everyone else, he never ordered food. His right hand remained inside his jacket. Claire immediately realized something was terribly wrong. Running toward Harrison would only attract attention. Calling out might trigger panic. She needed another way to warn him. When Harrison requested the bill, inspiration struck. Keeping her hands as steady as possible, Claire circled several words on the receipt before writing a short message beneath the total. "Gunman behind you. Deal gone wrong. Exit now." She folded the receipt carefully and placed it on the table without changing her expression. Harrison opened the bill expecting a payment total. Instead, his heartbeat accelerated. Years of negotiating high-pressure business deals had taught him one important lesson. Never react before understanding the situation. Without turning around, he calmly reached for his wallet. He quietly thanked Claire for the excellent service, stood naturally, and asked whether the restaurant had another exit because he wanted to avoid afternoon traffic. Claire simply nodded toward the kitchen hallway. Harrison walked away without rushing. The suspicious man behind him remained seated. Moments later, Harrison reached the rear service entrance, where restaurant staff quickly locked the door behind him while emergency services were contacted. Police arrived within minutes. The armed suspect attempted to leave but was safely arrested before anyone inside the restaurant was harmed. Investigators soon uncovered a sophisticated corporate extortion scheme involving several dishonest investors hoping to pressure Harrison into surrendering control of a valuable transportation contract. Claire's calm thinking had prevented what could have become a devastating tragedy. News spread rapidly across the city. Reporters praised Harrison's composure, but he insisted someone else deserved every headline. He publicly thanked the young waitress whose quick thinking had protected not only him but every customer inside the restaurant. When journalists interviewed Claire, she admitted she never considered herself brave. She had simply trusted her instincts and refused to ignore something that didn't feel right. Those words touched millions of people. Several weeks later, Harrison invited Claire and her younger brother to visit his company's headquarters. She expected a brief thank you meeting. Instead, Harrison spent hours listening to her story. He learned about her long shifts, unpaid student loans, and dream of becoming a criminal investigator before financial hardship forced her to leave university. Rather than offering charity, Harrison created an educational scholarship through his foundation for employees and community members pursuing careers in public service. Claire became the first recipient. She returned to university and completed her degree with honors. Years later, she fulfilled the dream she had nearly abandoned, joining a major investigative agency specializing in financial crime. Her experience at the restaurant gave her a unique perspective. She understood that important cases were often solved because ordinary people noticed extraordinary details. Harrison frequently invited her to speak with young business leaders. Together they reminded audiences that success should never blind people to the value of those quietly serving around them. A waitress. A receptionist. A cleaner. A delivery driver. Every person deserved respect because every person carried unseen strengths. Before this story comes to an end, we'd love to hear from you. Do you believe you would have found the courage to warn a stranger even if it placed you in danger? Please leave a meaningful comment below because your answer may encourage someone else to choose bravery when it matters most. As another warm afternoon sunlight filled the same family restaurant years later, Claire smiled while sharing lunch with her younger brother and Harrison. The table where everything had happened remained unchanged, but 3 lives had been transformed forever. Harrison had regained his faith in ordinary people, Claire had discovered the future she once believed impossible, and an entire community had learned that heroes rarely wear uniforms. Sometimes they carry menus, refill coffee cups, and quietly write a message that changes someone's life forever. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another emotional journey. Remember, courage is not measured by how loudly you act but by your willingness to do the right thing when no one else even notices the danger.